The View with Sunni Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar have been very, very unhinged for years and years now, but this might be one of their most unhinged takes yet. This one is revolving around the whole Caitlin Clark WNBA situation, and Megyn Kelly absolutely destroys all of these wokies out there who have been trying to say that it's Caitlin Clark's fault or that she deserves all the hate and physical abuse based, frankly, that she's getting in the WNBA. It's been pretty crazy, and of course, you could probably guess which stance The View and Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and Sunni Hostin would take on this whole situation. You could probably also guess which stance Megyn Kelly would take on the situation. But The View is just so unhinged, and every single day they just surprise me with a new, more and more unhinged take every single day, and Megyn Kelly absolutely just puts them in the dirt on this one. Let's check this out.
And money,
for
and she's selling for everybody. So the other one, whether she is a lesbian or not, like she should. To me, you kick her out of the league. She could have broke her neck.
Let's show them what she did.
Yeah.
Okay, so Caitlin Clark was playing in a game against. What's the name of the other team?
It doesn't even matter.
Okay, it doesn't Chicago.
Matter.
Thank you, Chicago. Let's show it. Show it again. So this girl comes up to her from behind.
The ball is nowhere near them.
Nowhere
so there's
near
an inbound pass about to come. Like, that makes no sense. If having watched and played basketball, it just makes no sense that you would do that. Like, maybe if there was a pick and you were coming around the pick, you might crash into somebody. That is just abject, blatant. I am trying to hurt that person. And imagine if she had blown out her knee right there.
Look at
That's it.
And it was her expressing her anger. That's what was happening there.
Yeah.
This wasn't play. This was, I'm angry with you, and I'm going to assault you.
And the meme now out on this from, if you watch MSNBC and the rest of it, is that the league, that they're sort of just in their anger at her because she's straight and white and a little prettier than some of the other girls.
That is literally what they're saying.
Yeah, it is literally what they're saying. I think Joy Reid actually said that.
So Sunni Hostin said
For number one, I don't think Joy Reid would say that it's because she's straight and white and prettier than the other girls. Like, I think she would have said that on accident. It's kind of like a saying the quiet part out loud situation. I don't think Joy Reid would be out there saying, oh yeah, they're just coming after Caitlin Clark because she's straight and white and prettier than the other girls and they're just jealous of her. Obviously, she wouldn't take Caitlin Clark's side. It's crazy how you can just, without ever watching these people, you can already know what The View and Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and them are going to say. You can basically already know what Joy Reid's going to say. You can probably already know what Megyn Kelly's going to say too. The difference is Megyn Kelly normally, not every single time obviously, normally has the common sense take on things. The View and Joy Reid normally has the common deranged take on things. The thing that all the deranged people think, they always think that thing. They always go in that direction. So I don't think Caitlin Clark, y'all can let me know in the comments. Obviously, this is a woman. I think a straight woman and a gay dude talking about the attractiveness of a female. I don't think Caitlin Clark is even the slightest bit attractive or pretty or anything like that. So I don't think that's why they're jealous of her. I just think she's the only person who has gone into the NBA that's actually physically skilled at basketball, to be honest with you. Like, she can actually shoot the ball. You go watch people like Angel Reese, which, by the way, I'm a diehard LSU fan. And Angel Reese absolutely sucks at basketball. Like, whenever LSU was in the women's college championship, like they were in the Final Four or whatever, the first time I ever turned on a women's college game and actually watched it, and it was comedy, dude. It's actual comedy. Like how bad they are. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible at basketball. I'm telling you, I could go get 5 people from my local gym, get 4 people from my local gym, and we could go beat any women's college team, SEC, ACC, any D1 team. We beat them. It's just, they're terrible, dude. It's a comedy show. It's a clown show out there. But anyway, I don't think it's because she's prettier than them. I think it's because she's the only person who's ever been actually skilled at basketball to go into the WNBA ever. She's actually good. And I think they're just jealous of that. They're jealous that she's stealing the show, even though she's making them, like Dave Rubin and Megyn Kelly were just saying, she's making them millions and millions, or probably not millions actually. I'm thinking of men's sports, but she's making them a lot more money than they made before and getting a lot more eyeballs on them. Nobody even knew Trinity Carter, I think is her name, the person who just hip checked Caitlin Clark to the floor. Nobody knew her name, and nobody was going to ever know her name unless she did that to Caitlin Clark. So she's kind of like a clout opportunity. Anyway, let's get into what The View and Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg and them had to say about this Caitlin Clark situation.
Sunni, yeah.
This is
really
not in response to this, but in response to another one. Listen to Sunni Hostin, Sat 9.
If Caitlin Clark is the vehicle that will bring this sport that I have loved so much and so long to little 5-year-old girls playing in Harlem, I say yes, bravo. I have no problem with that. I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately,
Are y'all serious right now? Look, I absolutely hate Sunni Hostin's guts. You know, honestly, I don't hate her. I don't. I don't really care enough about her to hate her, but I really don't like her. I really don't. And I'm just gonna say it. Sunni Hostin is more attractive than Caitlin Clark. Like, Caitlin Clark is not attractive at all. She's kind of ugly. You know, I don't want to be like super mean, but she's not attractive. So I don't know why that's the thing that everybody's going to. You know, I don't get that at all.
There still is that stigma of against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black. A third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community. I think that people have a problem with basketball playing women that are lesbians. Who cares? They are great athletes. Well,
there is so much lunacy in there. First off, do you see why the perfect example of why I say the LGBTQ plus community makes no sense? What does she mean? That 30% of the league is LGBTQ plus. Well, if you mean 30% of the league are lesbians, I'll accept that if that's the proper number. But what do you mean? They're queer plus trans?
They're trans?
Actually, they will have.
Yeah, this probably. I mean, the plus probably refers to Brittany Griner, which is straight up a man. You know, I think that the man likes women as well. But yeah, it's not just lesbians, because there's straight up men in the WNBA for sure.
Trans, they're going to have a washed up 38-year-old NBA player who's 6'8", 250, and he's going to realize I'm averaging 1 point and I actually just got cut from the Knicks, and I'm going to go and I'm going to average a triple double, 30 points a game, and I'm going to put on a dress and they're going to call me Sally,
and I'm going to make bank.
And then Sunni Hostin will oh my God, it's so great because now it shows that everybody loves the T community. It's
only if he's not white though. If it's a white guy, Sunni Hostin wouldn't like it too much if that happened. Only if he's not white. That's the only way that she would actually celebrate that.
Absolutely insane. Also, these things that they describe as privilege, that you might be pretty or you might be tall or something, they were just things. They were part of the gestalt of what you were as a human being, right? And
by the way, anyone can be pretty. I'm sick of this bullshit.
If you enjoy content like this, and make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Just try harder. It's really not that hard. Truly. Like, do something about your hair. Maybe try a diet, put a little makeup on. I don't care what you look like naturally. You can make an effort and come across as more attractive than you are. And I don't want to, it's like
That's true. But I don't think anybody can be pretty. Personally, I don't think, I feel like I'm such an asshole in this video, but I don't think there's anything Caitlin Clark can do to look pretty. Like, come on, guys. Are we being serious? There's nothing that Caitlin Clark can do. It's not like she's 300 pounds and she could lose, 200 pounds and then she would look completely different. No, she's already skinny. Even with makeup on, when I see her, she doesn't look good. There's certain people out there that just can't look good, and I use Caitlin Clark just because she's the topic of this video, not because she's super ugly, but she's just not attractive and she never will be. But there are, if you're fat, you can lose weight. If you don't get haircuts regularly, you can do that. If you're a woman and you don't wear makeup, you could do that, obviously. But some people, they're not. There's no saving some people, dude. There's no saving them.
He's very open about how the number of procedures she's had. Like, it's my pretty privilege. Just shut up. Like, either that's important to you, you have that vanity, or you don't. But stop bitching about it.
And the worst part of that, of course, is that the way they would try to racialize sports for anyone that has ever played any sport ever, but particularly basketball, because a lot of black people, it's thought of as more of a black sport or something like that.
No, it definitely is a black sport. Black people are just better at basketball. I don't know why he's saying it like that.
I play basketball every week. I have never stepped foot on a court anywhere, whether it was Cali or New York or Florida or anywhere, where anyone that racism had anything to do with anything. If you can play,
welcome to the team.
They love you. They love you. It is the great equalizer beyond anything else.
She's been in the WNBA for 2 minutes. There's no reason to hate her other than the amount of attention she's getting and her skin color. Would this be happening to a black Caitlin Clark?
No.
Getting the same amount of attention?
Well, first off, if an angry white woman bashed into the black Caitlin Clark, Sunni would be going crazy and she'd be demanding.
She'd be kicked out the league already. Or that she would already be gone. But yeah, Megyn Kelly is 100% right there. And obviously Sunni Hostin and The View are completely wrong. Megyn Kelly, I mean, saying that the only reason why people are hating Caitlin Clark is because she's white and she's getting a lot more attention than everybody else. She's getting more attention than the entire WNBA combined for the last 20 years has ever gotten, because she's actually good at basketball. She's the first person in the WNBA to actually be good at basketball. And I know Dave Rubin is saying that he plays basketball every single week. I don't play much anymore because I don't have time, but the last 5 or so years, I've been out, I've played pickup basketball 5-6 days a week. And, I think I'm pretty decent at being able to see when somebody's good at basketball. By the way, what he said is completely correct. I've played with all people from different kinds of backgrounds, but most of the time it's like hood guys, like it's hood dudes that are playing pickup basketball most of the time. And they don't care, bro. Like, they don't care what color skin you are. Yeah. When you step on the court and you're white, they're probably going to assume, oh, this guy can shoot. If he's good, he's probably going to be able to shoot. That's just how things go. That's just how it is. But there's no like actual racism, like, oh, you can't play with us because you're white. Oh, that white boy can't play with us. No, dude, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen unless you suck. That's it. But so Dave Rubin is completely correct there. But Megyn Kelly is also completely correct in that the only reason that these people don't like Caitlin Clark is because she's white and she's getting more attention than the WNBA combined for the last 20 years. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about Megyn Kelly going after The View once again and absolutely destroying them. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole Megyn Kelly versus The View and Sunni Hostin situation.